Now, a group of U.S. senators have blasted the Palestinian leadership's bid to join the International Criminal Court. Key Senators Lindsey Graham, Robert Menendez, Chuck Schumer, and Mark Kirk have prepared a joint statement. Now, he calls the Palestinians' decision to join the ICC a deplorable and counterproductive move. It suggests that the U.S. should end all its economic aid to the Palestinian Authority if the Palestinians start or support an ICC-authorized probe into Israeli war crimes. Now, President of the Palestinian Unity Government, Mahmoud Abbas, signed the Rome Statute of the ICC on December 30th. Earlier this week, the U.S. State Department issued a similar warning. Now, it says Palestine is not a sovereign state and therefore does not qualify to be part of the ICC. We're now joined out of Oregon by Mr. Rick Stagenborg, a political commentator. Mr. Stagenborg, how can a country which promotes the utilization of diplomacy and jurisprudence, hence the due process, in order to hammer out like such pressing matters, want to deny Palestinians from accessing international courts to get the recourse or relief they need from crimes committed against them?
Well, they can do it because they're very experienced at it and they're very skillful at it. This was really quite predictable. In fact, the Palestinians were warned, Abbas was warned ahead of time about the money that was supposed to go to Palestine being cut off if they went ahead with this, and he did it anyway, to his credit. The problem here is that U.S. foreign policy, as applies to Israel and Palestine, is pretty much dictated by the American-Israeli political action, political public affairs committee. It's actually a political action committee, but of course they're unregistered lobbyists, which is illegal in the United States, but that's just a measure of what they can get away with. They have that kind of influence with Congress and the White House.
Well, if this doesn't sit well with senators, these particular senators, what form of recourse would these senators recommend the Palestinians turn to or utilize in the event that they need to seek justice from particular aggression?
Well, I can't speak for them, but I would assume that what they expect is submission from the Palestinians, which, of course, they're never going to get. But that's because they're following the orders of the people who either support them in office or oppose them in office, depending on whether or not they go along with the right-wing Israeli line, which is what AIPAC is. AIPAC does not represent even American Jews in general. It represents the right wing of American Zionists and the right wing Netanyahu government and his allies. So what do these guys want? They want to keep their jobs. That's the bottom line. They don't really care about a fair presentation or offering the Palestinians a way to assert themselves. That's why they say they're not a sovereign country. If they're not, then they figure that they have to do what they're told.
Right. Well, thank you much, sir. It's Mr. Rick Stagenborg, political commentator, joining us out of Oregon.